This video is of a short overnight backpack, solo backpack at Big Ridge State Park, which is located north of Knoxville on Norris Lake. This is Big Ridge State Park. That's the visitor center over there on Norris Lake. And this is the beginning of the lake trail, which I'm going to take to one of 3 designated campsites that you have to reserve. Up and then along a ridge, it looks like. And basically, I'm right there. Lake trail to the west Dark Hollow Trail. And the campsite's somewhere around in there, I think. That's the big ridge that it gets its name from. Here's the official map of the park, and then my GPS track shown on a Google Earth photograph, starting at the bottom, going to the top. Shortly, I come to the Meditation Point Trail, side trail, so let's go out and take a look at it. This is Meditation Point. Pretty quiet, except for a really good and noisy wind blowing now and then. Well, I'm doing a short backpack, very short, because tomorrow I've got to meet some friends for lunch in Knoxville. And the Big Ridge State Park, which is on Norris Lake, north of Knoxville. And it's kind of a surprise. I didn't realize there was backpacking here until last night. I was looking at Johnny Molly's book on backpacking in Tennessee. They've got 3 backcountry sites. I'm going to go to the first one, and probably won't see anybody, I bet, the whole time, but we'll see. It's a very pleasant day, and that's why I'm going today and tomorrow. It's in the 70s, actually close to 80 today, and close to 60 tonight, and again, way above 70 tomorrow. So a good time to be backpacking. Probably not too many flowers here. I was hoping for flowers, but I haven't seen any so far. And of course, the leaves aren't out on the trees. They'll be prettier later on when they are. Got started around 2:45. And here's the Big Ridge Dam, it's called. And beyond is the Norris Lake. And just below me here, and upstream of the dam, is a tributary of Norris Lake. And it was built in 1930s, mid-1930s, by the CCC guys to basically provide a recreational area where the water would stay the same elevation year-round. You'll see in a minute on down, gosh, it's drawn down 15 or 20 feet, but this one stays pretty much the same year-round, and therefore is much more beautiful. Doesn't have the bathtub ring, it's called, like most TVA lakes. Look at the difference of the elevation of this Big Ridge State Park lake, and then way down there with that bathtub ring, the barren part. That's at least 15 feet and maybe more. In the early 1970s, my then wife Diane and I rented a canoe at the headquarters building up there. Canoe down to here, and rather stupidly, I don't know why, I was the one that instigated it. We somehow got it across and I don't think this has changed. Got it across here and down to there, or maybe the other side. And then we canoed down Norris Lake a ways. I think I was wanting to be a voyager in Boundary Waters canoe area or something. And there's the Big Ridge Dam from below. Norris Dam dams up the Powell and Clinch rivers. The bathtub ring around the lake is almost like a nice beach in some places like here. I've been hiking on the Dark Hollow Trail west, which came from the left over there and then up this tributary, which is Dark Hollow West Creek, I think. And the lake is down there, but the campsite is way on up the creek in the woody areas behind where the pool is. And here's the West Dark Hollow backcountry campsite. No shortage of water. There's a creek coming right beside the campsite, and also the Dark Hollow Creek that I saw a minute ago. Well, it's a somewhat messy campsite. Toilet paper there, or tissues. I don't know what that is up there. Maybe a privy. And the sites are, there's not a level site, really level site around. It's all sloping. So I'm going to go back down just a bit and find something else, hopefully close by, but a bit cleaner and a bit more level. Down there's the lake, and the official campsite is right over there on the other side of the creek. But right here is where I am. Cooking here, tent up there, very level, pretty level, just slightly sloping. A lot of leaves and no toilet paper and garbage and so forth. I hiked around 2.2 miles today, counting, looking around for a campsite here at the end. Well, by 6 o'clock I've got camp set up. It's a very nice place, and they ought to move the official campsite over here on the other side of the creek. The sun, you get the sun until late. It's already in the shadows over there at the official campsite. And there's some flat spaces and a better view. So anyway, my camp is ready, and I'm going to get some, going down to take a short hike to look either up or down. I haven't decided which way to go on the trail. Here's a photograph of my tent in the woods across the creek. I'm walking up the creek, and this is an old road that probably dates back to the pioneer days. There are historical markers along the way every now and then, and obviously this valley at one time had houses, people living in it. They were, of course, all the inhabitants were removed for building the Norris Dam. And here's some evidence of the settlers here way back, daffodils. They're not blooming yet. After walking up the creek a ways, Dark Hollow West, I came down it to the lake shown here, and the old road continued to here very good. It's kind of washed out here, but on down there it continues, so you could have a trail that continued on along the shore of Norris Lake here. Summertime, this would all be water down below me, of course. Well, the sun is setting. It's only 6:40, but it's going down behind the ridge there, which is, I guess, really part of the huge ridge up on my right to the north of Dark Hollow, which is the ridge that Big Ridge State Park gets its name after. Well, tonight I'm having a thru hiker favorite, instant mashed potatoes and Lipton onion soup and a little Velveeta cheese. And actually, it's not bad. This is really a pleasant spot. Of course, nobody else around. The lake down there, but the gurgling small stream over there. And very quiet, just a bird now and then. I heard an owl earlier, barred owl probably. It's getting toward 8 p.m. And I really loved daylight savings time. Last time I was on a backpack in, when was it, January or so, it was dark by now, 7 o'clock, it was totally dark. So it's still daylight, and I got another, maybe, I don't know, half an hour. I'll be in the tent though by somewhere a little after 8 probably. Hope you can hear the frogs in the background croaking away down there by the water. The only sound except for the gurgling of the creek over to my right. And I heard another owl just a few minutes ago. There's almost always something extraordinarily good that happens on a backpack. Tonight I love the owls and the frogs, but best of all, I just noticed a minute ago there's a sliver of a moon. I don't know whether you can see it. It's a sliver of a moon right there, and then above it, and again, I don't know whether you can see it or not, probably not. There it is. That's the planet, and that's the moon. For photography, but it's really neat looking at it. If the planet fell straight down, it would drop into the sliver of a moon. It's a bit after 8 o'clock, and I'm having breakfast, and a beautiful day. It's all nothing but blue sky, no clouds up there, and the sun is coming up. You can hear the birds out there. I've got a new app that tells me from the sound what birds are out there. Eastern phoebe, northern cardinal, Carolina wren, Louisiana water thrush, and Carolina chickadee. Amazing the different birds that are just in this one place. I'm leaving camp around 9 o'clock, just as the sun is peeking over the ridge there to the northeast, I guess. Back down at the bridge in the shade, but going up just a little, is those white tree trunks, or gray, and blue sky and sun. A last look at the nice valley I camped in. Dark Hollow West. Back down to Norris Lake. Looks pretty in the morning with the sun on it. Big Ridge State Park Dam. I've only seen this couple day hiking, and earlier there was a guy with 4 dogs that went in and out. Did not see my tent at all. He just walked right by, 150 feet or so away from him. This is an interesting spot. Ordinarily, in the summer, the water will be at the upper part of that log there. I mean, and it would look a lot different and would look better, obviously. And interestingly, there is a guy in a kayak, it looks like. They've got these nice little kiosks and benches for a rest. I'm taking a rest at the top of the hill, about 6/10 of a mile from the trailhead. Well, around 11:30, and after hiking only about 1.5 miles, I think, which is the straight distance. Yesterday I did some side trips and such, and so it was over 2 miles, but today 1.5 miles. And there's my car.